Hello one and all, this is Soulful Lordy, James Bullock, once again with another video game first impressions. This time around, Resident Evil Village Maiden demo, exclusively for the PlayStation 5. Shortly after the big gameplay and story reveal trailers that came out associated with Resident Evil Village, the unofficial 8th numbered installment in the Resident Evil franchise, there was the release of the Maiden demo exclusive to the PlayStation 5. You start off as a captive in a very dingy, maggot-filled dungeon that has dead bodies littered around and of course locked cages, and you have to find a way to escape. One thing that I immediately noticed with the first note that is presented is the information that is provided. You get the information in terms of the lore while also getting information that is helpful for you to progress the story. And that's what I found when I read the notes that were littered throughout these areas, where they were giving you information and kind of giving you the backstory and the understanding of how terrifying this realm or this dungeon or this place or wherever you are really is, while also giving you tips on how to escape your captivity. Now, one of the aspects that was not only surprising but then also disappointing when it came to the demo was the fact that there is no combat. There is no interaction with enemies in the sense of gunplay or melee action. Even though the game kind of gives you the controls and tells you how to block and shoot, there is no reason to know how to do these things because you're unarmed and you cannot fight back. There is one particular moment near the end of the demo where you feel like you have to fight back, but of course you have no tools to do so. I must say I cannot say enough about how good the game looks, even from the dingy dungeon to the exquisite mansion above, and just attention to detail is spectacular and arguably one of the best experiences I've seen thus far when it comes to a 9th generation game, even with it just being a demo, of how gorgeous it looks. I actually took some time just to look around and just see how spectacular everything looked, the lighting, the architecture, the models that we do get the chance to see at the end of the game, at the end of the demo. Overall, of course, this is a demo. This is not something that I can highly recommend or tell you to go out and purchase right now, but you can of course pre-order Resident Evil Village. But what I can see thus far, if you enjoyed Resident Evil 7 but you also enjoyed the almost international feel, the Victorian feel of Resident Evil 4, you will probably get a lot of that here as well. I'm excited to see what the full game does have, what the full game does provide, and if it does outshine Resident Evil 7 in some of the aspects that it did fall short on, especially when it came to enemy variety. But for all intents and purposes, from what I've experienced thus far, I am excited to see what Resident Evil Village has to offer come May. So there you have it. This has been Soulful Lordy, James Bullock, once again with another video game first impressions. Resident Evil Village Maiden demo, exclusively for the PlayStation 5. Now, if you don't mind, I'm actually going to go back into the match and I'm going to see if I missed a few things, a few clues here and there, and try to avoid the big tall vampire lady. And if I can't and she does grab me again, I will have no choice but to say, "Oh Lordy."